welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Reading from the Heart. I hope you guys are well, Leo. So today is your June 2017. I'm not appearing on screen this month. I like to shake up the readings a bit. Sometimes I like to appear, well, I do like to appear on the screen most of the time. I think it's important. I mean, everybody does things differently. For me as a tarot reader, it's important for me to show you who I am. You look in my eyes, you see who I am. That type. It's important for me to connect to you facially, okay? You get to see me on all the other videos. But this month I really just wanted to show the cards. This is how I do private readings, just by showing the cards, by the way. You never see me on private readings. It's always just showing the cards. So you've got two readings this month. You've got your Gypsy Tarot Love Spread. I thought it would be nice because we're mid-month. We're mid-year now. We're 6 months in June. Halfway through the year. So I thought it would be nice to do a love Gypsy Tarot spread for your love lives in June, but also to do a general reading, just in general, and then focus on love with the Gypsy Tarot. Okay, so let's have a look what's coming in generally for Leo in the month of June 2017. Universe, Spirit, show me Leo. What's coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of June 2017. Show me Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of June 2017. Show me. Okay, so we've shuffled the card, and for this reading I am using my Radiant Rider-Waite, which I absolutely adore, and also for your Gypsy Tarot Love Spread we'll be using the Victorial Key Tarot, which I love as well. So we're going to split the deck. I don't think I split it, did I? Into three. We're going to collect that back up, and we're going to make a start on the reading. The Page of Pentacles is the focus for the month. You've got the Knight of Pentacles here as being, sorry, I've got adjoining tables together to Nine of Cups is the help, which is good. Always good to have a good attitude, I guess. King of Wands is the best case scenario. You guys are the Two of Wands in the immediate future. The Lovers is you. Oh, the Two of Cups is coming in, an agreement, I think. Oh, was that in the reverse? Seven of Cups reversed is the or did I flip that over? Hang on, if I do. Oh no, that's in the upright. I do apologise because I flipped it over in the wrong direction. And the Ten of Wands is the outcome. Okay. Right, let me just move over these cards a little bit here because I think that they are we need to move them over just a little bit here. Alright, so for the month, the focus is the Page of Pentacles. And what is the Page of Pentacles? Well, all pages either represent messengers, they represent secrets, not secrets, sorry, they represent messengers. They also represent students, and they represent developing situations as well, do pages. Okay, so pages represent also the need to, all of them represent somebody who takes their time in developing something. Every single one of those pages, doesn't matter who it is, they really do as well. So the pages serve important functions within the tarot. Pages also, especially Page of Pentacles, is the need to look at one's resources and to manage one's resources with care and with caution. So for some of you guys, Leo, the focus might be on with this Page of Pentacles, and this is the centre card, so this tells you what your focus will be, and it's the whole month that this runs for. So this present situation is showing day-to-day present situations for you guys. It's the running focus. I won't even call it the present situation. What I'm going to say it's the focus for the month is the Page of Pentacles. And the reason why, you know, every tarot reader learns differently, and every tarot reader reads differently. They do. So not every tarot reader reads the same. We just don't, okay? Some people explain Page of Pentacles. There's always a core meaning to the Page of Pentacles. This can be a message about finances. When you get this, if somebody was to say, is somebody going to contact me soon? You get the Page of Pentacles, well, it will be a no. The Page of Pentacles will say, well, no, this person won't contact you soon. It means that they might contact you, but they might be, it might take a bit of time because Pentacles represent passive energy. So when you get the Page of Pentacles, it says something's in the works, but it's not ready to show itself as yet. Same as really the Page of Cups as well. It says that the message is coming through, but it's not there just yet. So this is really a, you know, a very, very sort of exhaustive energy when you get the Page of Pentacles. The root issue, the reason that there are, actually, you know what? Funnily enough, I've done something completely wrong here because, hang on a moment. this needed to be here. That's interesting. Let me just see. So we had 1, 2, 3. And then, oh, hang on a minute. King of Wands needs to be here. I do apologise. What am I thinking? I needed the recent past card as a result of this one here. This one here. This needs to be here. This needs to be here. That needs to be there. That needs to be there. That needs to be there. I thought there was one card and this needs to be here. So we've got a different outcome card, which is far better in a way than that Ten of Wands showing here. Which is kind of nice, showing up here. So, yeah, I mean, you're still refocused. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's very, very early in the morning, but I realise I've got to get a lot of YouTube stuff out of the way today because it's coming into June and I want to get these videos out the door. There's a lot of work to do for the channel this month and it has to be done. So, yeah, the focus for the month is on this Page of Pentacles energy, and that is your resources. Some of you guys, it might be that there is... also, Page of Pentacles is often the card that says that there is the development, possibly new business as well. Because Pentacles represent business cards, this can be the development of a startup business. And we do see that you guys are in some form of a relationship here. The focus as a result of that relationship might be on a child. You do have a page. Pages usually mean children. Could be an earth sign child, for example, Leo, you know, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus child, but doesn't have to be, can just be a child. But, you know, there's a negotiation going on here. The you now position shows a negotiation in which the focus is on possibly money, possibly a startup of a new business. It is a pentacle, as I say, or the startup of something new, because the root issue is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying, you've probably been working towards something. This Knight of Pentacles often represents the working towards a physical goal. Also, there is a great focus with the Knight of Pentacles on an outcome, and that outcome being one of stability and security when you look at the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is also a card that means that we're paying into things. We're either paying money out or we're being given. So we're either being given or we're paying. We're one of the two when you get this Knight of Pentacles. If you get Knight of Pentacles in the world, it means that you're paying a bill often, what I've found in readings. Knight of Pentacles in the world, usually Knight of Pentacles is paying money to a, you know, an outside bigger force, like an electricity company or a gas company or something like that, or even an emperor it's paying money into. Just depends on what it's showing with, I guess. But I feel that for you guys, Leo, there is... you guys in a partnership with Two of Cups. Now, Two of Cups isn't always about love. It's not. And I know that we've got Two of Cups and the Lovers in the reading. And they're two lovely energies together. But the Lovers card can mean an agreement as well. Reaching an agreement. Because you do have this Two of Cups here, the card of partnerships. The card of negotiations, contracts, showing up. Being on the same page, for example, here. It's feeding through to the situation that you've got to focus for the month on is, I think that this is something that's starting up for you guys. It's that Page of Pentacles. Because the root issue is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about putting a lot of hard work and effort into a direction. And both of these are business cards. So they both represent being detailed. It's exactly. I mean, you've got the Page of Pentacles here. It's normally Page of Pentacles is a student of finance. So this would be somebody who's doing a lot of kind of information seeking around a financial situation. Doesn't always mean that you're going to university to study. Okay, Page of Pentacles, it can simply mean that there's a situation that you're doing a lot of kind of homework around, and that homework could be a derivative of this Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a card that suggests, you know, hard work, effort that's being put into a certain area of your life. It also suggests... it also suggests making some plans. Possibly there's a business plan that's going on here with this Knight of Pentacles energy that's showing up as well. So I feel that you guys are being very, very detailed. There's a lot of detail going on here with the Knight. This could also mean a business partner as well. Okay. It could also be somebody's doing the sums. So, you know, and we do have Leo. Actually, that's you, King of Wands. King of Wands represents a Leo energy often. So I feel that as a result of this, here, business plan, planning forward, putting a lot of effort and hard work into a direction within your life. You're ready to go. You're feeling very, very confident with this King of Wands. I feel that you're raring to go here in the month of June 2017, Leo. And that's why, you know, Your help for the month is Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups says, I'm feeling pretty confident. I've got everything I need here. I've got everything to get going. I'm feeling pretty smug about a situation, pretty self-satisfied. And that's why your focus for the month is on the Page of Pentacles. Because I feel that you're moving into something. There's a developmental stage going on here. You've got feeling quite satisfied here. Usually the challenge or the help card really should indicate why we've got this energy here. Now your challenge with that Nine of Cups as well could be, for example, that usually when you get Nine of Cups, if it's a challenge, it could also be that you are indulging too much. Usually when you get the Nine of Cups, this is the card that represents somebody who's indulging too much in partying or drinking or having too much of a good time. And that could be why you've got the focus being on your resources in the month of June 2017, because I feel that the root issue is that you're having to be far more responsible. Knight of Pentacles, another word for this dude here is to be responsible, and I do feel that there is a recognition of a responsibility here. Could be for some of you guys, you're in a relationship, this Two of Cups, which is why the focus in the present is on money and resources. Possibly, though, in the past, there has been the need with the Knight of Pentacles. Could be for some of you guys, you're paying out money. Knight of Pentacles also means to pay out, to give out what we earn. But also it means the need to be responsible. So it could be that there are responsibilities that you guys have here, which is why the focus is on the Page of Pentacles. Well, how much do I have to fulfill all of these responsibilities? Because my challenge is, you know, I've been having a little bit of a good time with cash. I've been having, you know, being a little bit too leisurely. The Nine of Cups, another word for this card, Leo, is leisure time. So some of you guys have been having a bit of leisure time, I feel, with this Nine of Cups, which is why, and this is the challenge, maybe you've overspent, which is why you're having to be a bit more responsible. Two cards that represent financial responsibility are the Knight and the Page of Pentacles. Both of them represent to be responsible and to be cautious. Page of Pentacles often shows up being cautious around cash as well. I think that this is a month probably of being cautious, because the root issue is needing to take responsibility, but also possibly having to pay other things out. If you get a World card here, or maybe an Emperor, it can also show, or maybe even a Devil. Sometimes for me this can show you guys people having to pay out things, to pay out, or, you know, to give part of their earnings to a source that you have no choice. Devils, you have no choice. With Worlds, you have no choice. With an Empress, you don't have a choice. With, you've got, they're rooted in the world. You've got to pay them. So I feel that, you know, this is about you guys, Two of Cups. You might be in a partnership, a relationship, but also this might be, you know, making sure that you fulfill your end of a bargain with that Two of Cups energy, which is why the focus for the month is looking at your resources, looking at your money situation here. It might be that the focus is on a shortage of money, which that Page of Pentacles can be about, because in the distant past we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles often means possibly having to put down some plans, you know, write down certain stuff about your finances, having to be careful around your finances. This is the cautious Knight as well. So then maybe some of you guys have been a little bit cautious financially, because the challenge is you've been overindulging with that Nine of Cups energy. As a result, though, of being cautious, I feel, with your finances, with your resources in the distant past with the Knight of Pentacles, because you may have you know, overindulged in the challenge position with that Knight of Cups. We've got this Nine of Cups, we've got this King of Wands, and this is you guys here. I feel that it's almost as a result of this, because if you look at the two cards, one of the cards represents to be cautious and one of them doesn't. King of Wands is not a cautious individual. This is an individual that says, you know, I want it and I'm going to get it. So this person is now raring to go. So maybe you guys have been trying to put things into order here, so much so as a result of that with the King of Wands, you feel confident enough maybe to make some strides in some other direction here. Maybe you're feeling quite confident about your finances, that you're getting things into order here. Because here we do see, as a result of this, that your challenge has been that you've been overindulging. For some of you guys, Nine of Cups. And as a result of that, there is the need now to be more clever, to be more assertive when it comes to finances and your resources with that page. I feel that there's confidence as a result of what you've been doing here with these two cards here. Okay, with this King of Wands energy. Also, King of Wands is a card about creativity, but it's also about career. For some of you guys, this might not be you. It might be that there is an external person. King of Wands usually show up in my experience as employers, for example. So if some of you guys have been putting your financial affairs into order with the Knight of Pentacles, it might be that as a result of that, you've got somebody there, somebody who's come to you about something. It could be about a job, it could be about a new, you know, a new path, a new creative path, but they usually show up as employers or recruitment officers, that type of thing. And as a result of that, it seems the best case scenario right now is the Two of Wands. I feel that this is saying to me in a way, because I think that with these two cards, you're settling something. You're settling a financial score. Probably because with the challenge card, you've been the Nine of Cups. When this is in a challenge position, some of you guys might have been overindulging in something here, and now you've got a score to settle with yourself. And these are both worker cards, hard worker cards, because the Knight of Pentacles is about being responsible and being cautious with one's money. It's about being sensible with one's money and one's resources. And that's feeding through to the focus for the month being the Page of Pentacles. Be again the card about being careful and being responsible with what you've had, because you've possibly overindulged here. As a result of this kind of cautionary tale of the Knight of Pentacles, I feel that you are in a position now where you can start to be a little bit more loose, or you can start maybe as the King of Wands energy to indulge in a dream going forward here, because this is somebody who's indulging, not just indulging, but they're raring to go about a vision. So it's almost like you're settling something with these two cards here. This could also be saying you guys have reached an agreement with someone here in the month of June 2017, which is why the focus is on the Page of Pentacles shortage. Now, even if it left you short as a result of an agreement here, because the root issue is the Knight of Pentacles, sorting out your finances, sorting out your resources, being sensible about what you've got, it still leads you here at the King of Wands, which is a lovely energy to say, you know, finally, between here, 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 and here, I've sorted out what I needed to sort out between those four. So it leaves us free here with the King of Wands. It says, you know, well, I'm free now maybe to have a bit of fun with the King of Wands, or I'm free now to explore maybe some other path that I want to get involved in, you know, because I've got my debts, I'm settling my debts, or it looks like you're settling something here to me. All right, it looks like you've been a bit silly with money, or you've been a bit silly with this Nine of Cups energy. You've overindulged in something a little bit too much. But it looks like you're settling the score here. Okay. Also, as a result of this King of Wands energy, and King of Wands means to feel confident and to feel motivated. So I do feel as a result of you settling something here, there is a sense of feeling confident and motivated once more, Leo. Okay, in the month of June, which is why you're showing up here as a result of doing something here, which is nice. As a result of this motivation, your crowning thoughts are the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is lovely because it says now you're at the start of some form of a vision. This is the card of creative visualization that shows up here. So when we get the Two of Wands, it's about standing. If you thought about the Ace of Wands being the inspiration and the idea that suddenly erupts, you get this guy coming in, and what they're doing with the idea is they are developing an idea. So this is you guys now developing something here. The Two of Wands in the best case scenario, okay? It's almost like you're starting again. It feels like you're starting again after settling something. I get a sense of just the way it's reading. We have earth signs. We've got the earth cards here, which represent, you know, the material. They represent what we deal with in the physical life, physical existence. We have a Two of Cups here, which represents some form of a partnership, no negotiation. Represents, as a result of this, you guys being in here, that you are settling something, a material situation here with the Page of Pentacles. You're being more kind of cautious and clever and intelligent with your resources, because maybe you've overindulged. But as a result of kind of getting something sorted out, I feel with these two cards, and I think it might be a material situation, it says that you've been reignited again. It's almost like you feel confident, passionate, confident about life again here, and confident to really start developing and moving forward in other areas. It could be saying, you know, well, we've settled the finances here. Maybe you're in a couple. We've settled certain things. So why don't we, I feel confident enough now that maybe we could take a trip. Maybe we could go away. Maybe we could go on holiday. Both cards can represent hot destinations. So maybe you guys are looking to go on holiday here. Okay, which is why the immediate future is saying the lovers, you and a loved one here, you and a partner. I feel for some of you guys, your relationships in June are going to be stronger than ever, because we do have a lot of relationship cards We've got this Lovers card and the Two of Cups. So I feel that there's something about your relationships, but there's also a case of feeling confident now in those relationships because you seem to have something settled with these two cards here. Okay, I feel that maybe some of you guys had been silly with money or you'd been overindulging. This is in your challenge here. So Nine of Cups is almost like the devil sometimes, and it's giving into those addictions and it's giving into that pleasure. And really, I feel that the aftermath has been that there has had to be a sorting out of an agreement here, a negotiation, a promise, a pledge. And that pledge works its way through to the focus for the month being the Page of Pentacles. Well, if it's a pledge, then the pledge would be as a result of that, with that Page of Pentacles, to be more responsible with money, to use money more in your resources more in a kind of diligent, proper way. And to do that, you need to make an action plan, which is what the Knight of Pentacles is. So I definitely feel there are action plans being made. There are things being settled, financial scores, material scores being settled here. And as a result of that, there you guys are as Leo, the King of Wands. You're really at a place now where you're ready to take charge. When you get kings, they are ready to take charge. The King of Wands is ready to take charge of his passions. So you're at a point now where you can take charge and you can kind of really invest in some of your passions now, because you seem to have got some of the earthly aspects, the material aspects out of the way here. And you're at that point where you can probably invest in that holiday, or you can invest in that course you want to go on, or you can invest in that dream that you've got, because you've got something sorted here. And therefore we've got the Lovers. Could be an important relationship that you guys are in the immediate future. It could be a choice that Money's making here, because you do have the Seven of Cups coming in. And that is lots of options, lots of choices here. So it might be you and a partner are making lots of choices maybe together. Maybe you're looking at different brochures for holidays, that type of thing. All right? Maybe, I just get a sense that there is more freedom coming in the month of June for you guys. All right, I get the feeling that you've paid your dues, or you're paying your dues, and now you have more freedom to do what you want to do. All right, because we've got the Lovers, and the Lovers means relationships, unions, partnerships in the immediate future. As a result of this, we've got the Seven of Cups. What you'll experience, choices, lots of choices. Lots of options, lots of dreaming, it's almost like what life is opening up to Leo in the month of June 2017, because you'll always notice, Leo, that when you settle, especially, people owe debt, for example, in everyday life, and what they find is, shit, I owe this debt, so the debt is inhibiting me. I owe money to this, that and the other. And then they find that when they get that debt sorted out, it leaves them free now to explore other territories. And this is what I think you guys are doing. I think I've got lots of choices here with the Seven of Cups. And it could be to travel, because you've got the Knight of Wands showing as your overall outcome. So there might be lots of long distance travelling going on for some of you guys. It might be that there is an enthusiasm to move in the direction of one of these dreams here. Okay, and we do have this Two of Wands here. Now, what's interesting is your hope or your fear is the Ten of Wands. So your fear is possibly going back to struggling. It could be, because Ten of Wands represents having a lot of struggles. It is also the card of having a really good time. It's the card that says, I'm having a wonderful time in life. I've got a lot of things to do. I'm very, very, very busy. But it might be, I think this is more of a fear, because it just feels like whereas all of the reading feels like it's fluid, like it's like there's a transformative energy running through these cards. Leo, this is the card that almost feels like you're going back to square one. And I feel that, if it's a hope, then it will be that the pressure is over, because it's a number 10 card. So 10s represent completion, ending of cycles. So if it's a hope for you guys, it will be that the pressure is over. What we want to do within the tarot is we want to look at, let me show you how I do my tarot. So to come to this place here, we want to look at, what impacted Leo being at the stage of the Page of Pentacles for the whole month, which is being, looking at their resources, looking at what they have, being sensible, being responsible with what they have with the Page of Pentacles. Because it's got the one pentacle here. Right, I'm looking at what I have. Well, what impacted you is the challenge. Usually when a client comes for a reading, this will be the thing that they'll want to get over, the challenge position. So this is the card about overindulging when it's in the challenge, and that's why you're at that point. You're saying, I need to be more responsible, because perhaps I've been overindulging, perhaps I've been spending too much money, going out drinking, eating with friends. I need to kind of restrain that with the Page of Pentacles. We also look at what brought you to the place of the Page of Pentacles being where you are. shows you in a negotiation here. So it might be, some of you guys, this is a negotiation with your bank. Might be, it's a negotiation with creditors. It might be that you and your partner are speaking about this, and it's brought you to this point now with the Page of Pentacles. And also because the root issue is the Knight of Pentacles. It is the need to put things into order. It is the need to, you know, start writing down a few things, to start making a plan of action for the future as well. All right, so I see you guys getting things into order now. The other way that I look at the tarot as well is the Two of Wands being the crowning area. Now, this can be the best case scenario. Best case scenario crowning thoughts are kind of similar because it doesn't mean that, it means that they're taking shape, but it means that they don't have, you know, for the time being, this is where things are. So the Two of Wands is about a new journey, and it's about creative visualization. It's about looking out over the horizon, and you've got a different two directions that you can go in. So it signifies to me a sense of freedom. You're at the start of a new path, and there's excitement and enthusiasm to develop whatever it is that's coming in. You've got the world in your hand here. This is the crowning area. Now, your crowning area, we need to see whether this is something you really believe in, because your fear or your hope will dictate. It should really be. And if this is a hope, then this would be in line with the crowning area, because your crowning area is to start on a new path, a new journey. It might be to go on holiday. Your hope would be, well, that I've overcome any problems, any pressures perhaps with the Ten of Wands. This is really a blockage card a lot of the time because this person's got its face stuck into 10 Wands. Okay? Now, the crowning thoughts will be this Two of Wands. I'm free. What direction should I take? I've got things sorted out here. I have a direction now that I can go in. Maybe I can go travelling. Maybe I can go left, right. I can do. There's a sense of freedom with you guys, and you're confident enough because you're getting things sorted. You're showing us this King of Wands. Okay, there's a great passion and fire that's being reignited within you. You're ready to go out there and, you know, survey the world and to take charge in terms of business, maybe creativity, or just in terms of lifestyle choices and having a good time or whatever that is. And therefore, the crowning thoughts are, well, the world is my oyster with this Two of Wands. But I've got some decisions to make on what direction I go in. Do I go on holiday this year? Do I go to Italy, or do I go to the south of France, or do I stay in Dorset or Alabama? You know, it's choices. And therefore, your hopes will be the Ten of Wands, that a time of pressure is over. Okay? However, the Ten of Wands can also be the card that says you've got too much of a good thing going on as well. Okay? So the hope could be, you know, not to it might be your fear is, again, overindulging. If you look here, this is how some of you guys may have got yourself into problems in the first place with that Nine of Cups, overindulging. Ten of Wands can again be a card about overindulging, okay? Too much fire, too much excitement, sometimes is the Ten of Wands. So your fear might be, well, I hope I don't go back to this, because what's coming in is lots of temptation as well. Seven of Cups can be a temptation card. So what I'm seeing here is, the Lover's card shows up in the immediate future. That can just be, I suppose, your partnerships, your important relationships within your life. But this can also be that there is a choice to make in the immediate future, because Lover's card means a choice between the head and heart as well, but a choice that will benefit you in the long run, Leo. And it could be that's because what you'll experience is lots of temptation with that Seven of Cups, in which you will be fearing, possibly giving into that temptation with that Ten of Wands, overindulging, oversaturating yourself, again, with things that you don't need to oversaturate yourself with. And therefore, the outcome might be, well, Knight of Wands also means to leave. So it might mean you might make a quick exit from those temptations that show up here. Okay? So I feel that this is a month of getting yourself back on track in June. But I think it's because you've learned a lesson already. I think you've learned a lesson here. I feel that, you know, you guys are now possibly in a good negotiation, a contract. Could also be your personal relationships here, which is why you're being responsible and careful with what you have. Okay, you're being very cautious with what you've got, because you have been on a journey with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, but it's one that's filled with being cautious. It's one that's filled with making action plans, looking long term at the future. All right, you're getting things settled because you've possibly overindulged too much. You've possibly been a bit silly with your resources with this Nine of Cups, and you need to get things back into favour financially, materially. As a result of that, we feel that your confidence has come back, this King of Wands. You feel confident enough now to go back out into the world and enjoy yourself. You've got a lot of issues off your shoulders. It could be anything from, you know, coming to an agreement with creditors, or, you know, making sure that the family finances are sorted out and that you don't go spending spree on Amazon or something like that. You're getting things sorted in the material world, and it makes you feel far more enthusiastic and passionate to get out there again as the King of Wands and explore other territories, other things that you want to do. Because your crowning thoughts are, well, maybe I could go on holiday. The Two of Wands is a holiday card also. It's about going out there into the world, experiencing something new. Some of you guys might be looking now for new experiences. But be very careful, because just because you've got one thing sorted, it doesn't mean that you can't start creating more problems. Because it could be in the immediate future with the Lovers card, it might be that there are some head and heart decisions to make. Possibly because you've got more temptation coming in here with the Seven of Cups. Your fears will be indulging in that, the Ten of Wands. Sometimes this can be overdoing things, having too much of a good time. And therefore, for some of you guys, it might be as a result of these temptations, you decide to leave with the Knight of Wands. I wouldn't always read the Knight of Wands as being the most intelligent card, but as a generalisation on the card's meaning, it means to leave or to move out of the situation. So some of you guys, I feel, may be trying to avert temptation in the month of June, but that's because you seem to have got things back on track, only to have temptation come in again. We're going to open up this reading now. And when I open up the readings, as you know, they're what I call clarifiers, Leo. And the clarifiers will either explain why we've got the first card, so I'll shuffle, and then I'll see what card, why we've got this Two of Cups here. The secondary card should explain it, or it can be a combination of words that we look at, or it can simply be that, you know, if I can't explain the combination on what this is actually saying, or why we've got one card or card because of the other, we then look at the similarities between both cards. So this will either enhance the story or it might change it at all. This is the first story that I'm seeing for the month of June for some of you Leos. Let's have a look at why you've got the Two of Cups showing as the you now position first. Let's shuffle here. Well, because of the Ace of Swords. I think that there's been some form of a breakthrough, communication breakthrough, for example. So you've got the Two of Cups here in the month. You guys are the Two of Cups. You're in a negotiation here. There is a pledge, there is a promise. And I feel that this is because there's been some real strong communication that you guys have been having. It could be with creditors, it could be within your relationships, whatever it is. I feel there's been some very strong communication here. And there seems to have been a pledge because of that, a promise, a contract, a handshake, whatever that might be. And as a result of that, you've got this Page of Pentacles. Well, why do we have the Page of Pentacles being your focus for the month in June 2017? Why do we have the Page of Pentacles as being the focus for the month? Well, because of the Six of Wands. All right? So I feel that, you know, this is a new thing that we're looking at with the Page of Pentacles. This is the card that says, right, we've speculated this situation and this is what we're going to do. So there's a new financial agreement, I think this is a new financial development that you're looking at here. And that's because of the Six of Wands. I think that there has been some communication, a collaboration, a negotiation that's been very, very successful. So now what you're doing is with this Page of Pentacles, it's all about starting over with this Page of Pentacles, looking at this new financial agreement, this development here. Because of the Six of Wands, you guys are looking at success, overcoming any difficulties you might have had in terms of your resources, but also it could be because this area here has been quite successful with the Six of Wands, and therefore with the Page of Pentacles now we can start looking financially at starting again and maybe developing things from that. And what's the reason for the root issue being the Knight of Pentacles? Why is the root issue the Knight of Pentacles for the month of June for Leo? Because of the Nine of Swords. So there's been some worry here. And I feel that with this Knight of Pentacles, there is you guys having to make some very, very hard-ass plans going on here. So there's really, I think, getting to the point where one has to make some pretty strong long-term goals. And this isn't about just saying, I'm going to do this. When you get the Knight of Pentacles, you're not just saying it, you're actually doing it, because it's a physical action. The Pentacles show physical action within the tarot. They show people doing things. So the Knight of Pentacles would tell me, as the root issue is, you've been working towards financial security. You're being very detailed. okay? You're also looking at your resources that you have. So there is no stone that is unturned with a Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who's slow but steady. This is somebody who works tirelessly. This is somebody who's very hardworking. They put a lot of effort into a particular direction. They stand loyal by what they do, and that's because of the Nine of Swords. You guys have been worried. Nine of Swords shows that there was worry here, which is why there's been a plan of action set in place. Now that worry, I feel, is showing up in terms of the challenge. The Nine of Cups, I feel that, and why, we'll see why we've got the Nine of Cups here showing up. Why have we got the Nine of Cups showing up as the challenge for the month for Leo? Well, because of the Eight of Swords. And I feel that there is a cycle that you guys have been in that you have been that's been very, very difficult for you guys to let go of. If you look at the Eight of Swords, Leo, is a mental card. So the mentality of the Eight of Swords would say, I find it very, very difficult to relinquish myself from a certain way of thinking. This is something that somebody does on a consistent basis. So when you get the Eight of Swords, this is about having your mind restricted with the Eight of Swords energy. And you've got your challenge being the Nine of Cups, the card of indulgence. Well, why are you indulging? Why is your challenge the Nine of Cups? Because you find it very, very difficult mentally. It might also be with the Eight of Swords, you're quite depressed, some of you guys. Certain cards within the tarot that represent depression. Cards like the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Devil, Ten of Swords. Those types of cards represent somebody who can be extremely depressed. And I read the Eight of Swords as a card about somebody who's depressed. So some of you guys might have been overindulging or putting your resources into the wrong thing. And it might be because of the Eight of Swords. Because you've been depressed. Depressed about your life, depressed about where things are going. It might be that some of you guys have felt friendless. It could be thinking anything. But you might have been spending money or, you know, being a little bit silly with money with the Nine of Cups, overindulging in areas that you shouldn't be overindulging in, because it might be with the Eight of Swords. Some of you guys mentally might have been feeling certainly restricted in certain areas, and the only outlet that some of you guys might have had is this Nine of Cups, is to go out there and to be overindulge in certain areas. However, I feel that as a result of this being the crossing area here, overindulging because of the Eight of Swords, maybe you feel restricted in certain areas of your life, and this is what you do for a release or something like that. It might be as a result of that now you're looking at the situation in a far more responsible way with the Page of Pentacles, because you have had some success come in with this Six of Wands. All right, maybe you're feeling better as well, far more confident. But why is that? I feel it's because of this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, now this Knight of Pentacles can also be, well, did somebody come in and give you some help? Knight of Pentacles can show somebody who is very, very reliable. So it might be that you've got a reliable person around you with this Knight of Pentacles. It could be a Virgo. Usually Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo person, but it could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So it might even be with the Knight of Pentacles that this isn't just about you guys being very, very pragmatic in terms of planning, but also it could be that you've got a very strong and a very resourceful and a very kind of loyal friendship there with the Knight of Pentacles, because you've been worried. So you might have some backup, you might be having some support here from a friend, and as a result of that, what we're seeing is you guys feeling far more confident. You've got this King of Wands energy, and we'll have a look at what the reason is for that confidence of the King of Wands, because that's you're Leo, showing up as the King of Wands. I feel that you've been receiving support here, and in turn there seems to be some confidence coming through with this King of Wands. We're just going to get the card that says why this King of Wands is showing up here. Let's have a look. Because of the Hanged Man. So I feel that you guys are feeling far more confident because the Hanged Man says, well, I feel relaxed. You know, I can accept what's been going on now with me. I feel that this is a month about self-acceptance for a lot of you guys, Leo. I feel that you didn't admit to something before. I feel that you couldn't admit to maybe having a habit and why you had that habit. And I feel that right now, because you've got the support, I read this as a person probably, the Knight of Pentacles, because now we're opening up the reading. I think this is a friend, or this is a really supportive network that you have here with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles doesn't go anywhere. This is a very loyal, a very faithful individual, okay? And they're there because you've been really in quite a dark place for some of you guys with that Nine of Swords. And as a result of their help, you guys are feeling far more confident, raring to go again, because you're the King of Wands. And that's because of the Hanged Man. Hanged Man doesn't always mean that things are in limbo. Hanged Man also means I feel kind of relaxed now. I don't feel so bad. I feel quite good. Okay, could also be maybe some of you guys are having a pill or some form of medicine. When Pentacles, anything like a pentacle or a cup that's offered to you says it's kind of medicine, or Pentacles are a card of health as well. So this I look at as being like a pill or something like that that helps you, maybe with your insomnia or your worries or something like that. And as a result of that, you're feeling confident again. King of Wands, you guys showing up. And that's because of the Hanged Man. Feeling relaxed, feeling far more that if you look here, the Nine of Swords doesn't show somebody who's relaxed, but this shows somebody who kind of goes with the flow. So I feel that you guys, it could be through medicine, it could simply be through some form of financial help, whatever the case might be. You seem to be feeling far more relaxed in June. And therefore, the best case scenario is that Two of Wands. And why do we have the Two of Wands as being the best case scenario for Leos in the month of June 2017? There we go, because of the Star. Star is the card about hopes and dreams in any aspect of your life. So it's almost like you're daring to dream again. And the crowning thoughts, best case scenario is the Two of Wands. You're right now at that starting point. Twos represent early stages within the tarot. So when you get a number 2, it says that you're at the start of a situation. And with the Wands, they're about passion and about excitement. They're also about travel. So some of you guys, you've got the world in your hand and you feel almost like this resurgence of life again. I feel that there's a resurgence going on for Leo in the month of June 2017. Some of you guys might be saying, you know what, actually, why don't I take a break maybe with this Two of Wands? Why don't I go on holiday? But I don't know which way I want to. Do I want to go east or do I want to go west? Because with the Star card, there has been healing. Stars also mean healing. So I'm seeing some healing coming in for Leos in the month of June 2017. And it's as a result of either receiving some form of medical help, maybe with this Knight of Pentacles, practical help with the Knight of Pentacles that's helping you to resolve these issues here. Because I do feel that you've got an issue here, especially with this overindulgence card of the Nine of Cups because of the Eight of Swords. You don't really see any better. You need to be shown the way. And there is this wake-up call coming because you're being shown the way here. Let's have a look at why we've got the Lovers coming in to the immediate future. So the second 2 weeks really in the month of June 2017. We've got the Lovers. Let's see what that card is about, Leo. Wow. Because of the Wheel of Fortune. So it might be that love comes in. Lovers if you're single. Two Mages which are brilliant. Okay, so it could be for some of you guys that this is, if you're single, a new relationship maybe, an attraction. Could be because of the Wheel of Fortune, the universe. You seem to be getting in a better place. And we know that when we get into a better place in life, it puts us more in an area of expecting the unexpected and good things coming in that we don't expect. Sometimes when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it's about something that you didn't expect coming to you. So it could be that a new relationship comes in, or there's an attraction with another person here. And it could be because of the Wheel of Fortune, the universe. This is a universal card. Often when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it's things that are out of your control, which is why it's unexpected. You don't really see it coming sometimes with the Wheel of Fortune. So it could be the Lovers card says, well, there's a relationship, something good happening within a relationship, maybe that you didn't expect with the Wheel of Fortune. Or it could be that if you're single, new love is coming in, falling in love potentially. Maybe with this person here who's helping you through a rough time, it might be that you start to develop feelings for that person. It could be with the Wheel of Fortune, suddenly it happens upon you, you didn't expect it. Or it could simply be, well, with the Lovers card, there could be some big decisions that you make, because maybe with the Wheel of Fortune, there's something unexpected that looks great. Something really good comes in that you didn't expect coming in, but it does nevertheless. Well, let's have a look at why you've got the influences of the Seven of Cups, which is often a card about temptation. Let's have a look at why you've got this coming in. That flicked out, so I'll have to take it because of the Eight of Wands. So this could be that there's temptation coming in, or there's choices coming in that you're going to experience. And it could be because of the Eight of Wands, maybe something long distance. It could be that there's many projects. So when you get cards that show many things, many numbers on them, it means that you're dealing with many things. The Eight of Wands can be lots of creativity. It can be lots of news, lots of communication. So it could be potentially that there's lots of choices, lots of temptation coming in, because it could be that you're getting lots of communication coming in. from further afield. It could be from abroad, for example. Eight of Wands usually means long distance communication as well. It could be that there's lots of choices to make because you've got lots of projects on. You've got lots of things that you're dealing with. Just seems with these two cards, there's lots and lots of things that you guys are going to be dealing with coming in the month of June 2017, Leo. Okay, and that could be why as well you've got a head and a heart decision to make here, because you've got suddenly some unexpected good luck with the Wheel of Fortune coming in, which sees you now having to make a few choices. Possibly because things are now speeding up for you. Suddenly the universe is bringing in all of this energy, all of these projects, all of these calls, all of this information that's coming to you. Your worries will be probably with this Ten of Wands overloading yourself, because Ten of Wands means to overload yourself. And why do we have the Ten of Wands as being your fear? I think this is a fear. Why do we have the Ten of Wands as being your fear for the month? Because of if it turns out in over my hand the way that these cards have been, I have to take them. It's because of the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands can be, you know, overexcitement or doing things just off the cuff, or doing things because it seems like a good idea, or just rushing in. It's like the Fool card. Page of Wands and the Fool are very similar in terms of somebody who does something because they're passionate about it and they just go for it without really doing any homework. So it might be that, you know, your fear is doing too many things, and that's because of the Page of Wands, sort of agreeing to everything but not really examining how you're going to cope with certain things here. Okay, so I feel that with this Page of Wands, it's all about going out there and exploring new territory. This page has a natural curiosity. So it could be that your fear, well, maybe I'll be taking on too much if I say yes with this Page of Wands. If you ask a question, you get Page of Wands, it means yes. If I say yes to these things, if I say yes to everything, am I going to have the time to take care of everything? Am I going to do, you know, be able to kind of take up all of these offers or do all of these new things? Because I'm coming out of this area now where I'm resolving myself of depression. You know, I've got this new lease of life with the Two of Wands because I'm feeling a lot better with the star energy here. And suddenly, because some of you guys are feeling a hell of a lot better in June, Leo, suddenly you've got all these people coming in. The Lovers can also mean maybe a partnership. Maybe a couple of people are coming in here. Maybe you've got some head and heart decisions to make because you've got, you know, some really good stuff. You've got this Wheel of Fortune, unexpected good fortune coming in that sees you guys having the world at your feet. You know, options, Seven of Cups because of the Eight of Wands. Lots of communication, maybe from afar. Maybe people saying, are you interested in this? Are you interested in doing that? Suddenly things seem to be picking up for you guys here because you seem to have relinquished something that was really dragging you down. But then your fears will be, well, am I going to be able to cope? Ten of Wands as well. Okay, because of the Page of Wands, because I'm a little bit of a novice at the minute. I'm just coming out of this energy of feeling down and I'm starting to heal. And all of a sudden, am I going to be able to cope? Because with the Page of Wands, you know, going into this like a child, through the eyes of a child maybe. You know, things have been a little bit lax for a time and now things are starting to speed up. And can I keep up with this thing? The outcome shows the Knight of Wands energy for Leo in the month of... could also be your challenges, you know, will I be able to do everything? Maybe because for some of you guys with the Page of Wands, you've got a kid or something like that. What is the overall outcome? Why do we have the Knight of Wands? Knight of Wands can mean several things. You leave a situation. It can also mean that you go for a situation. Well, let's have a look what the overall outcome, why we've got the Knight of Wands as the overall outcome here. Why is the Knight of Wands the overall outcome for Leo in the month of June 2017? Because of the Temperance energy. I feel you decide not to do something here because I feel that with the Temperance card, you decide that you want more healing. There are two, you know, both cards represent Sagittarius energy, funnily enough. Knight of Wands and Temperance. But also they're both very different in how they approach a situation. The Knight of Wands means to feel enthusiastic. Okay, now we could have read it and said, you know, well, you'll be enthusiastic to move forward with this because of the Temperance card. You're going to take your time and you're going to manage things. But I don't think it's that. I think that the outcome for you guys is that you actually head off in another direction maybe. And I feel that because with the Temperance card, you still need that sense of healing. You still feel the need to try and get yourself back in balance. You seem to have come through a really difficult time, Leo, in the month of, you know, these cards will have taken effect way before June started. So I feel that, you know, in June, you're really getting your shit together here. And I feel that, you know, your worries, and this is a very intricate card here, and it's very telling with your fears being this Ten of Wands. Because the fear of the Ten of Wands says, you know, well, I'm fearing that I won't be able to cope. Ten of Wands is carrying many burdens. So your fears will be, well, I won't be able to cope because maybe I've got a child. Or because with the Page of Wands, maybe I don't feel experienced enough. Or, you know, I haven't thought this thing through enough. Page of Wands often shows up when it's trying to, as an advice card sometimes, when it's trying to say, think it through. Because you're just going in gung-ho, but you've not thought your actions through. Wands are renowned for going for stuff and not thinking things through. So your fear might be, well, what if I can't cope because I haven't got enough experience in this, or I don't know enough about it with the Page of Wands energy. And therefore the outcome could be, you know, with the Knight of Wands, well, actually, I think I'll just leave it for the time being. I might be enthusiastic, but I think I might just leave it because I need time to really start feeling more adjusted, or feeling more, you know, healing a little bit more, feeling happier in my own skin, putting things a little bit more together. Okay, so I feel that there are opportunities coming in, but it might not be the right time for some of you Leo people, I feel, in the month of June to take those opportunities. Because I think that you're just coming out of something that you really need to kind of heal from with the, Temperance card in the outcome position. I think that you're still, you know, we've got this Ten of Swords here. All right, I feel that you decide to leave because I think that if you're going to try and manage this situation, you might feel it's going to lead to failure with that Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords represents overkill, overly, and you've got many cards that are showing overkill as well. Ten of Wands can be overkill. It can be you're doing too much. You've got too much on the go. All right, and it might be that your fears are doing too much because you've already started something as well with this Page of Wands. Page of Wands often shows up when you're starting something, a new exciting course. It could be that you've decided to go on holiday and all of a sudden you've got all these things coming in and you say, you know what, actually my fear is trying to kind of manage this thing when I'm doing something else anyway with the Page of Wands. I'm excited about a certain journey anyway, which we can see that has been started here with the Two of Wands. So therefore I feel the outcome will be that whatever this thing is, whatever these temptations, these tempting kind of projects or conversations are, or, you know, from further afield, or these, you know, there's a lot of going on. You've got many cards with many things on them. So it says to me there's an overkill of things. There's too many choices, too many things for you to do. You've got dreams here, lots of choices here, lots of temptation. Okay, could be lots of temptation because you've got lots of communication coming in here. People saying to you, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Or, you know, maybe communication from abroad and you're kind of like, oh, well, I don't know. Ten of Wands, you know, my fear is that I'm going to be kind of overloading myself because maybe I've got a kid, or maybe I've already started a new creative venture or a new venture here. And if I do anything else, it's going to be too much. So therefore, I think with the Knight of Wands, I'm going to leave it, because if I try and manage this thing with the Temperance card, with everything else that I've got going on, it's just going to lead to failure with the Ten of Wands. Okay, Ten of Swords, sorry. So I think there's a case of overkill here. I think we started the month. We'll quickly go through the reading again before we get with your angel reading, Leo. I feel that you guys, the you now is the Two of Cups, and you're in an agreement here, whether this is with the partner or whether it's an external source because of the Ace of Swords. There's been a breakthrough, communication breakthrough going on here, which is why in the present situation for the month, your focus will be on being responsible with that Page of Pentacles. Okay, being pragmatic with your resources, because you've had this breakthrough of the Six of Wands and you're feeling far more powerful and confident within yourself. Because in the distant past, I feel that, you know, there might have been somebody here, Knight of Pentacles, a friend who has been helping you to overcome some worry here. It could also be that you have been putting new ideas and new strategies into place. There's been a lot of planning. Another word for the Knight of Pentacles is planning here, because you were worried possibly about your status. And why were you worried? Well, you might have been overindulging. So you might have been putting your resources into all of the wrong places with that Nine of Cups, and that's because of the Eight of Swords. Maybe you had some form of a mental issue going on with spending, or you had a mental issue going on with how you treated your resources, that type of thing. But it seems to be that there was a mental restriction that you needed to be absolved from. And maybe this person here, if it shows that the person was helping you with that. As a result of that, you're feeling far more confident with that Knight, King of Wands, and relaxed with the Hanged Man. But also it could be saying, well, I'm feeling far more confident and ready to take on life again. Now I'm sorting out some of my issues because of the Hanged Man. Finally, I've got some breathing space. Hanged Man for me can also mean breathing space because it can mean certain things are put on hold. And therefore, the Two of Wands shows up in the best case scenario. The Two of Wands says, I've got the world in my hands here. I just need to know what direction to put things in. So you're at the start of a new journey here. There's a sense of smelling the roses. There's a sense of feeling a sense of fresh air with that Two of Wands because healing has started to occur with that star energy. The immediate future could say that there are new relationships, maybe with the Lovers card that comes out of the blue unexpectedly. It might mean that you've got some head and heart decisions to make around some unexpected good luck that comes in. However, there will be the need. You will experience lots of kind of, sometimes this can mean that there is a, you know, an array of different choices or confusion. It can mean that, you know, you've got some choices to make, maybe with the Wheel of Fortune because there's been some form of good luck, a change in your luck. Suddenly, because now you've let go, healing has occurred in a certain section of your life. Leo, I think that the tide is changing and the universe is starting to pick up with you again. And it's saying that, you know, what you'll experience, Seven of Cups, possibly some confusion here. This can be temptation, it can be confusion, it can be where your thoughts are all over the place, it can be lots of choices, but there's lots of stuff going on with you here in this card, and that's because of the Eight of Wands. There's a real sense of traction. Things are really picking up. There's a fast-moving energy coming towards you in the month of June 2017. This can be through projects that are being offered, for example. For example, if some of you guys have found yourself out of work or something, you might find that things are starting to really pick up. But you've already developed a new area that you want to go in here, and you're hopeful about it. Healing's occurred, and you're also very hopeful. But for me, this is saying with this Seven of Cups, it might be that you're boggled down by choices because there's a lot of things coming at you with the Eight of Wands, especially creative things, projects made with the Eight of Wands. Also lots of communication from various sources, various people. Your fears will be, well, what if I can't cope? Ten of Wands. What if I'm doing too much because of the Page of Wands? Could be because of my child. Could be because I've already decided that what direction I want to take in a certain area of my life with this Page of Wands in June, and therefore the outcome for some of you guys will be, you know what, I think I'm going to make a quick exit for now because I know that if I try and manage all of this stuff with the Temperance card, it might just be overkill for me. Ten of Swords, it might just end in failure. So I feel that, you know, one part of this reading is saying for you guys that you've come out of something. You've really come out of something here and you're starting to heal. And all of a sudden, because healing takes place, suddenly things just come out of the blue. Bam, 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 bam. It's like one thing after the other, one thing after the other, one thing after the other. And you're kind of like, shit, you can't even keep up with it. Until in the end, you're kind of resigned and you say, you know what, actually, even though this is all very exciting for me, I think I'm going to leave it right now because I know that if I try and bite off more than I can chew, it's probably going to end up with me feeling depressed like I did here. So I just think that, you know, June is going to be a month. It's an exciting month for Leo, I feel, coming in. I feel that there's all sorts of things that you guys are going to be experiencing, but I also that you think that you have the presence of mind to know when you're going to be doing too much and to know when you need to draw those reins in. Let's have a look at what your card is for the month, your angel card. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Leo in the month of... Oh, it says there's a peaceful resolution. These cards are jumping out at me today. It's amazing. Whatever it is you've been going through, Leo, in June, there should be a peaceful resolution for you here. And it really just, you are left in a position of power because you're here and you're here. You're the one that has the choices. They're mind-boggling though, because lots of different energies coming to you all at once, and it's incredible. And you're going to have to even turn down maybe some stuff. The Knight of Wands, you make that quick exit because to try and manage stuff with that Temperance card is going to lead to failure with the Ten of Swords. So I feel that you hold the power. You hold the balance of power in the month of June 2017. Anything that you may need to turn down in June 2017 is because it was the best thing for you to do. Okay, it really was the best thing to you to do, okay? It might be that, you know, you've got people who are interested in you with this Lovers card coming in out of the blue, and you have to turn down what they give you or what they say to you, because they're coming at you from all directions, okay? So I feel that in June, it's all about putting yourself first and doing what you can, because I feel some of you guys have been through a really difficult time, and now suddenly, you know how it goes when you go through a really difficult process in life, and suddenly, everybody's experienced it, you've gone through a really difficult process in life, and suddenly, out of the blue, bam! Wow, where did that come from? Wow, that's all started up. Oh my God, all of this is happening, and I went through this really hard time, and suddenly it's almost like the universe stores up all of this good stuff after a bad spell and throws it at you. And you're going to find it difficult kind of coping with all of that good stuff coming in June. But what this reading is saying is, you know, pick your battles and pick the things that you want to tussle with, you know. Don't go for everything because you're afraid of having nothing. Go for the things that make sense in the here and now in June. The things that give you the peace. The things that give you the peace that sort of withstand all, oh, I can't even say it. Passeth all knowledge or something like that in the Bible. Sorry, I am a Christian, but I forget what that is, you know. I think God's giving you a lot of good stuff. I think God's giving you a lot of good stuff in June, but I think that you need to pick wisely if you don't want to kind of overkill. 10 of Swords is overkill. I learned that from Tarotist on YouTube, which was excellent. You only need one sword to kill. This person's got 10. It means overkill of the mind because it's a mental card. All right, it means that if you try and manage too much, here we go. Temperance is the card where you're trying to manage. You really could be overkill, managing too many things. So I feel that you make a quick exit with this Knight of Wands because you don't want that to occur. It's a brilliant, brilliant reading, and there is a peaceful resolution coming in all directions of your life in June. That is your reading, Leo. I would like to say thank you very much for choosing Carol's Universe, and I'll see you on your love reading for the month. Take care.